Hello everybody, welcome back to our new live stream where we learn C++. So today we'll be continuing with arrays and vectors. So let me just check if the audio is clear. Hope the audio is fine. Um, so let me just see. I hope it's good. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up this. All right, so we had to do this, right? So there is a small game of Battleship, which we should be using a multi-dimensional array to build that. So let me see how we can do that. So here they've used array, but let us do it using vectors. So let's see. So if you have to do it using an array, this is how you declare an array. But we are going to use vectors, so let's see how to do it. So here I'm just going to copy this, paste here. So if you have just joined, hello everybody, we are just learning C++. So we need this was a 2D vector, right? This was a 2D vector, but here we are using a 3D. We are using a Yeah, we are using a 3D vector here. So we have to have another vector outside. So another nested vector outside, right? So because it's a 3D vector, this is how it's going to be. And here, if you look at this, all right, let me just go here. Let's see. All right, they have put one to indicate that there is a ship, and yeah, so one is indicated by ships. All right, so this is random. So let's see. Let's just do that. So just going to remove all this. I'm just going to add one. Wherever one is there, it means that there is a ship over there. So let's just add that. So zero. This is just random. I'm just going to do it randomly. And zero, one, zero, zero, one, zero, one, right? And then again you have zero, zero, one, zero. All right, so this is quite random. So just done that, and I'm going to call this. What do we call this? They have just said ships. All right, so let's just say ships. They've used Boolean here. All right, so it's not int, it's bool here. So either it has to be true or false. And what else do we have to do here? So that's declaration done. And next is we need to keep track of how many hits the player has and how many turns they have played in these variables, which how many how many turns they have played in these variables. All right, so let's see. Hits is initialized to 0, number of turns is initialized to 0. All right. Then we have a while condition, allow the player to keep going until they have hit all four ships. All right, so until they hit all four ships, the player will keep going. All right. So this condition runs. So this is the whole block, as you can see here. This is the while condition, and it where does this condition end? I think it ends only here at the last. All right, so that is a while condition. So it doesn't stop until this. All right. So we have the while condition inside the while. We have row and column. Initialize here and selecting coordinates. Ask the player for a row. Okay. Choose a number between 0 and 3. All right. C in row. Choose a column between 0 and 3. Okay, this is how it works, right? So we are asking the player to choose the row and column. All right. Check if the ship exists. We have to check if the ship exists there. Then if the player hits a ship, remove it by setting the value to 0. So ship's row column will become 0. All right. Then you just increase the hit counter. Where did we initialize hits? Here we initialize it. So that you have to keep track of. So after that it just goes up. See out, it says hit. If it is hit, it says hit, else it's a miss. So that's there. And then how many turns the player has taken to hit, right? So that also should be incremented, right? So that's there, and yep, else you have to just say that they missed. All right, so this is a pretty simple one, fairly straightforward, I think. So afterwards, see out victory after the whole thing is done. See out you won in number of turns. All right, that's it. I think that's pretty much it. What is it over here? Four hits. Tell the player that they've hit a ship and how many ships are left. All right, let's try doing it. Let's first start the while loop. All right, let's start. All right. So we need hits and number of turns, right? Let me just quickly remove this. So let me initialize hits. Hits equal to 0, and then number of turns, number of turns equal to 0. So that is done. Then we have a while loop here. While While what is it? What is this one? Ships. These are ships, right? So while what do we have here? Condition. While hits or what is it that we need to check in the condition? Here, as you can see, hits are keep going until they've hit all four ships. Okay, so here there are four ships, so it is hits. Okay, so here how many ships do we have? One, two, three, four, five here, and then six. We have six ships here, so the player needs to keep going until all six ships are hit, right? So that's how it has to work here. So let us say hits six, right? So that's what it is. All right. So now inside the condition, we have to have rows and columns, right? So let me see. And row and column is initialized. All right. So end row, comma, column, and then you have to see out, selecting coordinates, and then I'm just going to say L and what else do we have to see out? Then again, you have to see out, select, select row, select row, select row, and then I'm going to say CN, you have to take the input as well, right? So CN, get the input from the user row, and again see out, select column, and then get that input. Or let's just do it in a different line. CN column. All right, so that's that. Let's just make it look more clear. That's it. So that is done. Now what do you have to do next? You have to check the condition, right? If what is it that we have to check? If um what is it like row and column, right? So if uh, how did they do it? If yeah, this is what you have to ship if check if a ship exists in those coordinates. All right. If ship ship row ship row. All right. Row and column. So row column, right? Column. So those are the rows and columns. Ship. I said ships here, so let's write ships. If ships exist, then what should we do? Ship exists in those coordinates, then we have to replace the value, right? Replace the value. So I'm going to say, I'm going to say ships. If ship exists there, right? Then you have to say equal to set it to zero, right? Correct. Yeah, so set it to zero. If ship exists, then set it to zero. Else what do we do? Or also we have to here after this we have to increase the hit, right? Because already a hit is done. So hits plus plus and after this what is it? If else then what happens? Else see out. I'm just going to say you missed try again. Try again. All right, so that's and then you have to increase the number of turns, right? Number of turns, just increase that. And what else do we have to do here? Uh, see out. All right. Here we have to tell the player that they have hit a ship and how many ships are left to. So we have to see out hit four. I just didn't understand this. Four. All right. You have to tell how many hits, how many ships are left. All right. How many ships are left? Okay. So for that you need to write this. All right. So I think it is referring to four two hits, right? So if they hit a ship, all right. So it is like four minus hits, I guess. So total four ships are there. Then if they do one hit, right? Then the remaining is only three, so that will get printed over here. So four minus hits, so makes sense. So total minus hits. All right. So that we have to let's do that before increasing the counter here for number of turns, right? Let's do that before increasing the counter for number of turns. I'm just going to we do have to increase the counter here, but let's not do that now. Let's say see out. Um, Here also you need to write see out. Um, See out hit hit, and then here here we have six, right? Here we have six ships, so six minus 6 minus hits, and then you have to say 6 minus hits, ships left, ships left, right? All right, so that is good, I guess. And then just endl, and after this, also you can say you hit a ship. This has got to be after this else, right? This has to be after this else condition. Sorry, this has got to be before because it hit the ship, right? So this has got to be before that. So let me just move it on the top. See out, see out, hit. You hit a ship. You hit a ship, and yeah, all right. So there you go. And you must try again. After that, you have to increase the counter as well. So I'm just going to increase the counter here. Number of turns. So I think we are good. Increase the number of turns. What else we have to do now? All right. See out victory. Almost done, I think. So let's see out victory. All right. So we are almost done, I guess. We just have to outside here, see out victory, and then and then and I'm just going to see out you you won you won in you won in number of turns, number of turns, and yeah, I think that's good enough. You won in number of turns, and then ended, right? What else should we print after that? Yep. So you have to also say turns here, otherwise it is little incomplete. So I'm just going to say turns. All right, that's it, I guess. Do we have to close a bracket or something? Or are we good removing this? No, I think we are good now. I guess we are okay. I think we are good now. Let me just close this. All right, I guess it's fine. No errors at all now. So if you're in the live chat, so what happened here? There is apparently an error. All right, here, what is the error? So if you're just joined, please let me know. Just drop a hi so that I know. And if you have any questions, please let me know. All right. So here there is an error apparently. Not sure what the error is. Should I just initialize? Oh, looks fine to me. What is the error here? Let me see. There seems to be an error. Why is it showing an error? Are you able to find? Is someone able to find why there is an error? Not very sure. Let me see if is able to find the error here in this program. Should I just compile and see what the error is? You know what? Let's just compile and see what the error could be. Not very sure here. It looks fine, but let's see what this says. No instance of constructor argument types. Okay, should we add another? All right, so there is something wrong here. Um, why does it say that? Should I just do this? But that doesn't change anything, right? Or does it? No, it does not. I'm not sure what exactly is the error here. Uh, Let me know if you found it already. Please let me know if you found it already. Just trying to find the error. All right, so let me just debug this. Just trying to see what's gone wrong. All right, let's see. Apparently something went wrong here. Let's see. I'm not sure too, but let's see what happened. Um, all right. I'm just going to debug this. Let's see what happened. Uh, right. Okay, I guess we are here. Let's see what the error was. Let's the error here. Let's see. Right. Let's try and see what the problem was. Not very sure. Did I just use the comparison operator? Right. I use the comparison operator here. All right. I guess you use the comparison operator here. Okay. Does that fix it though? I don't think it does not fix it, but there is another error. Ships is in 2D, this is correct. This is a 3D vector, but your initializer is only 2D. Use, alright. Okay, so this is also still 2D, alright. Alright. So it's still 2D, I guess. We don't need this. It's still 2D, I guess. So now we are good, I think. I think we are good now. Alright. So let's just compile. Let's see if we are able to. So let's run. Selecting coordinates. Let me select the row. I'm going to just select randomly. So I'm just going to say two. Select column. I'm going to select one. So apparently I hit a ship. So five ships remaining now. All right, so that's what it says. So I need to, after this, I probably need a space. So let's see. You hit a ship. Here we need a space so that it's more clearer. All right, so apparently I hit a ship. So, well, let's see if I was correct. Select row, select row, I did the second row. Select column. I selected first column. Column one. All right. I think over here, all right. I think there is. Let's try again. Let's see what happens. Let's just try again. I'm going to select row four. Select column one. So I missed. All right. Try again. Let's say, select three. Selecting row three. Coordinates. Let's go with column four. I missed again, apparently. So when did I actually hit? Row 3 and column 4, I missed again. I don't. Um, there is something wrong. Let's see. The same ship can't be counted twice. Right. Your program will access row number memory outside the vector and likely crash. It's a good idea to check that row and column are between 0 and 3. Alright, so thing is, if I have, if I just enter row as 2, it is referring to this row here. And if I say column 1, it's referring to this column. So zero base indexing, right? So this column over here. So there is one, so there is a shift there. So let's see, let's just hit all the ships and see if we are getting it correctly. So I'm just going to select zero, zeroth row and zeroth column. See, I hit the ship. So this is the zeroth row and this is the zeroth column again. So I just hit the ship. Let's just keep going and see how it is. I'm going to select the first row and also the first column. And now I hit three, now I hit again. So let's again select the first row, now second column. So now again I hit. So now there is only two ships left. So now I'm going to select the third, not the third, the second row, and then the first column. I think I did that first. So now, yeah, so now it is, when I do that again, I miss. So yeah, that ship is already destroyed. So let's do again a different ship. So second row only again. This time I'm going to the third column. Yeah, I hit the ship now. And now for the last ship, I need to select third row and now I'm going to hit the last ship, third row, and then I have the second column, right? That's where the ship is. All right, so I hit a ship. Now there is only zero ships left, and yeah, I won. I won it in 9 turns. All right, so just we just created a game, small game, where we can just hit and destroy ships. So yeah, this is just a small game. This is just a while loop using conditions, while loop, and you know, an if statement inside, if else statement. That's it. So it's, I think there is a lot of applications, even in DSA. So you can just use this logic and build things. So yeah, I hope you guys understood that. It's a pretty straightforward one, so I don't think there's much there, but you need to be careful, I think, with these declaration and everything. Um, yeah, that's the part you need to be paying attention to, but otherwise, I think it's fine. Here we are declaring a bool here, so even there, like when you're doing it over here, it can only be zeros and ones inside these values, so cannot be anything else. So just make sure you're not initializing anything else. Yeah, I think that's it. Um, it's a pretty straightforward one, so try this out. If you have any question, please do let me ask. And if you're new here, um, like the video if you're enjoying it, and please do subscribe for future such live streams. So, yep. Um, keep your live chats coming. I'm just going to read them. So, yep. If you're just watching, just drop a hi. Let's keep going. Um, all right. So here we have the next thing to do is um, there is a code challenge here. Um, C++ arrays. There is a challenge, a code challenge. So what they have asked to do is declare an integer array named numbers with 5 elements. Select the first element. Uh, Select the first element, set the last element to 50. Alright, set the first element to 10 and set the last element to 50. Print the first and last element using cout. Alright, so we can do this program over here. Alright, let's see. Do we have to sign in to do this? Alright, let's not sign in or anything. Let's do it in our ID. Alright, so we have to create an array named numbers with 5 elements. So we just need, so let's just do with vectors itself. I'll have to comment this whole thing out. Let me just write here battleship, battleship game using vectors, using 2D vectors. So, yep, let me just comment this out. Right, let me just do that. Now I'm going to write the challenge question in the main. So we have to now initialize vector, right? So I'm going to say vector int, and then what do we have here? Initialize an array, right? Current int array named numbers with 5 elements. So there has to be 5 elements. So let's say one, let's call it numbers. Numbers. No, I'm going to say 1, 3, 4, and then 6, and then 7. So there are 5 elements, and I've initialized. Now, what do we have to do next? Set the first element to 10, right? So let me just do that. First element to 10. So int, we have to set int numbers. All right, so what do we do here? Int numbers and the first element, right? So numbers, first element, then we have to go with this is the first element, right? Let me just check again. Numbers of 0, yeah, that is the first element. So let's do that. Set that to numbers of 0 to 10, and also we need to set numbers, the last element, right? Numbers of 4 to 50, right? 4 to 50, right? 50, all right. So first element and last element, that is done. Now we have to see out these. We have to see out what? First and last element. We have to print those. So see out numbers 0 and then you just leave a space here and then I give numbers 4, right, which is the last element, and then just NL. All right, so that is good. There is something small. All right, I think we are good then. There is no errors. Now it came back again. There is some issue here. Let's see. The size of an array must be greater than 0. I'm just referring to the index to numbers. Um, I think there's something wrong. Let's see. Let's see. Think what is wrong is here. Numbers of 0, I've set it to 10. All right. Does this not work here? And do I have to return also? I think that's not an issue here. So let's run and see what happens. Obviously, it's going to give me an error. Um, Previous declaration, conflicting declaration. All right. What is the error here? Numbers. Sure. Right, not that, right? No, just trying to understand what went wrong here. All right, so um, what happened now? Oh, it's not that. Oh, just trying to find what went wrong. Not very sure. And I, and numbers. No, not that. How do you refer to the index in vectors? How do you refer to the index here? This seems to be correct. And I and I and numbers, right? Is that it? All right. How do you refer to the index? And feel like I'm just stuck here now. How do I refer to the index? Do you have any ideas? Where do you think I went wrong? Please let me know. Where do you think I went wrong? There is something. Um, where is the problem here? See it not accessing it correctly. I think I've accessed it correctly, right? Age is zero. Yeah, I guess. Uh, so, um, this has to be something super silly. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, let's see. Let's see what went wrong. Let's not waste too much time. Let's see. Some small syntax error here. Where is the issue? Oh, okay, apparently you don't need to add an int here. So that means like you are going to declare. Alright. Looks like now it should be good. Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was something silly, but yeah. just happens. Let me just, all right, what happened there? Let me just clear it out. Just going to run this. Yeah, so it printed 10 and 50, right? So yeah, I think that was it. That was arrays and vectors. So finally, we are done with arrays and vectors. So in the next live stream, I think we can move on with structures. So those are structures, as you can see here. So yeah, we need to look at structures, and then we have enums, references, pointers, then memory management. All right, so let's see how it goes. All right, so I think pointers little bit we already have done. Let's see if there is anything new we have to look at in pointers. And then we have functions, classes, everything. Yeah. So we'll end it for today. Like the video if you enjoyed the live stream, and consider subscribing to the channel. Uh, and also share it with your friends who also might be learning C++. So yeah, until I see you in the next live stream. Yeah, bye.